In the heart of the Byzantine Empire, a legendary force emerged, made up of warriors who traveled from distant lands to protect the imperial throne. The Varangian Guard, formed by Norse Vikings, left an indelible mark on history, influencing not only military strategy but also Byzantine culture and society. In From North to Empire, the Norse influence of the Varangian Guard, we explore this fascinating journey that began in the icy lands of the north and culminated in the golden halls of Constantinople. Have you ever wondered how these fierce warriors became the trusted guardians of the emperor? Or what secrets and traditions they brought with them? This video reveals the answers, delving deep into the cultural integration and military impact of these men who changed the course of history. Prepare to discover how cultural diversity enriched the Byzantine Empire and how the Varangian Guard continues to inspire legends and stories to this day. By understanding the Norse influence on the Varangian Guard, we gain new insight into the cultural and military dynamics that shaped the medieval world. This knowledge not only expands our historical understanding, but also inspires us to value diversity and integration in our own societies. Watch until the end to reveal the lasting impact of this cultural fusion and discover how the Varangian Guard continues to fascinate and influence popular culture. Let us begin this epic journey from the frozen north to the beating heart of the Byzantine Empire. To understand the magnitude of the Norse influence on the Varangian Guard, it is essential to go back in time and explore the origins of these warriors and the empire they came to serve. Hailing from the frozen lands of Scandinavia, the Vikings were known for their naval prowess and adventurous spirit. Their clan-based societies and strong leadership encouraged exploration and conquest, leading them to sail across rivers and seas in search of new opportunities and riches. Meanwhile, in southeastern Europe, the Byzantine Empire flourished as the epicenter of trade, culture, and political power. The heir to the Roman Empire, Byzantium, was a melting pot of ethnic and religious diversity, with its capital, Constantinople, serving as a beacon of civilization. The empire, with its rich traditions and complex governmental structures, required a robust military force to protect its interests and maintain internal stability. It was into this context that the Varangian Guard emerged. Originally composed of Scandinavian mercenaries, this elite unit had the crucial responsibility of protecting the Byzantine Emperor. Their loyalty was legendary, and their reputation for ferocity in battle made them feared by enemies and respected by allies. The relationship between the Vikings and the Byzantine Empire began with treaties and alliances, but soon evolved into a deeper integration, shaping the destiny of both. The Vikings' attraction to service in the Varangian Guard was not just a matter of economic opportunity, but also a quest for glory and adventure. The promise of wealth and prestige, combined with the chance to serve alongside other elite warriors, drew many Norsemen south. This migration was not just a movement of people, but also an exchange of cultures, knowledge, and traditions that enriched both the Vikings and the Byzantines. The Vikings' journey south was driven by a combination of factors that included the search for new lands, the need for resources, and the promise of adventure and glory. The Scandinavian lands, while rich in tradition and culture, were often harsh and inhospitable, with limited resources to support a growing population. Migration offered a solution to these challenges, leading many Vikings to explore new routes and establish contacts with distant civilizations. The main migration routes followed the great rivers of Eastern Europe, such as the Dnieper and the Volga, which served as vital arteries connecting the north to the south. These rivers not only facilitated navigation, but also offered access to diverse cultures and markets along the way. However, the journey was not without its dangers. The Vikings faced natural challenges, such as treacherous currents and harsh climates, as well as human threats, including hostile tribes and bandits. Arriving in Constantinople marked the end of a long and arduous journey, but also the beginning of a new life for many Vikings. The city, with its magnificence and wealth, was an impressive sight for the newcomers. The initial reception from the Byzantines was mixed, ranging from curiosity to distrust, but the mutual need for protection and alliance soon overcame any reservations. The Vikings, with their fighting skills and unwavering loyalty, found a place in the Byzantine military structure, especially in the Varangian Guard. The integration of these Norse warriors into Byzantine society was not immediate, but gradual. They brought with them not only their weapons and armor, but also their traditions, beliefs, and values. This cultural fusion enriched both the Vikings and the Byzantines, creating a unique dynamic that strengthened the empire and left a lasting legacy. The Vikings' adaptation to life in Constantinople was a complex process that involved mutual adjustments and a rich exchange of cultures. By joining the Varangian Guard, these Norse warriors brought with them traditions and values that over time became intertwined with Byzantine customs. The loyalty and bravery of the Vikings were highly valued, and these qualities helped to cement their position within the empire. The influence of Norse traditions on the Varangian Guard was significant. The Vikings introduced their own combat tactics, weapons, and leadership styles that complemented and, in some cases, improved upon existing Byzantine military practices. Furthermore, their religious beliefs and rituals brought a new spiritual dimension to the Guard, strengthening bonds between members and boosting morale. Interactions between the Vikings and the local population also played a crucial role in cultural integration. Intermarriage and political alliances helped create a network of relationships that strengthened social cohesion. The Vikings, known for their adaptability, quickly learned the local language and customs, facilitating their assimilation into Byzantine society. The impact of this cultural fusion was profound and lasting. The Viking presence influenced Byzantine art, architecture, and even fashion. Norse elements could be seen in designs and ornaments, while Viking stories and legends became part of local folklore. This cultural exchange was not merely superficial, it shaped the identity of the Varangian Guard and the empire itself, creating a unique heritage that endured for centuries. The Vikings' contribution to the Varangian Guard was not limited to the cultural sphere. Their military impact was equally significant. They brought with them innovative combat tactics, such as the use of shield formations and rapid attacks, which complemented existing Byzantine strategies. The Vikings' ferocity in battle was legendary, and their presence in the Guard boosted the morale and effectiveness of the troops. The Varangian Guard participated in several crucial battles, playing a vital role in defending the empire against invaders and expanding its borders. The Vikings' loyalty to the emperor was unwavering, and they were often seen as the last line of defense in times of crisis. However, this loyalty was not unconditional. There were times of betrayal and internal conflict that tested the cohesion of the Guard. Over time, the composition of the Varangian Guard evolved to include warriors from other backgrounds, such as Anglo-Saxons and Rus. This diversity strengthened the Guard, bringing new perspectives and skills to the battlefield. The Guard became a symbol of unity and strength, reflecting the Byzantine Empire's ability to integrate different cultures into its military structure. The military legacy of the Varangian Guard has endured far beyond its existence, influencing the military practices of other nations and inspiring legends and stories that continue to be told to this day. The fusion of Norse and Byzantine tactics created a unique fighting force, whose reputation has echoed through the centuries. The legacy of the Varangian Guard goes beyond its military achievements. It is deeply rooted in the culture and history of the Byzantine Empire. Norse influence has endured through the generations, shaping the cultural identity of Constantinople and leaving an indelible mark on local art, literature, and traditions. Stories and legends about the Guard's exploits have become part of folklore, inspiring tales of bravery and loyalty that continue to be celebrated. The presence of Vikings in the Varangian Guard has also had a significant impact on the perception and representation of the Norse in popular culture. They have been portrayed as fearless and loyal warriors whose influence has transcended borders and eras. This cultural legacy is evident in various forms of modern media, from films and series to games and literature, where the Varangian Guard is often portrayed as an elite force, a symbol of courage and honor. Furthermore, the cultural integration fostered by the Varangian Guard served as an example of how diversity can strengthen a society. The exchange of knowledge, traditions and values between the Vikings and the Byzantines enriched both cultures, creating a unique heritage that continues to be studied and admired by historians and enthusiasts. The legacy of the Varangian Guard also resonates in military history, influencing strategies and tactics that which have been adopted by other nations over the centuries. The Guard's reputation as an unwavering and loyal force continues to inspire military leaders and serve as a model of excellence and dedication. The journey of the Varangian Guard, from its Norse origins to its pivotal role in the Byzantine Empire, is a story of integration, adaptation, and military excellence. The Viking influence on the Guard not only strengthened the empire, but also enriched its culture and traditions, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire and fascinate. By exploring the Norse influence on the Varangian Guard, we discover the importance of cultural diversity and the strength it can bring to a society. The ability to integrate different traditions and values created an unparalleled military unit whose reputation echoes through the centuries. This knowledge inspires us to value diversity in our own communities and to recognize the power of collaboration and cultural exchange. Watching this video is just the beginning of a journey of discovery. We encourage you to explore more about the Varangian Guard, Norse culture, and the Byzantine Empire. Leave your comments, share your own discoveries, and continue learning about these fascinating chapters of history. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this journey through time. Until next time on our historical adventure,